Thailand's political parties have started making election promises to drum up support ahead of a general election on the 14th of May. CNA's Wong finds out what small and medium-sized businesses are hoping for, given that they form an important part of the country's economy.
A regular sight at this famous eatery in Bangkok, Jechong Fried Pork Restaurant is known for its delicious food, affordable prices and free rice refills. Its owner hopes businesses like hers will also be top of mind for politicians before and after the election.
วันที่เขาหาเสียงแล้วเลือกตั้งเนาะเขาจะมองถึงแต่คนตัวเล็กๆแต่วันหนึ่งที่เขาขึ้นมาอยู่ตรงจุดที่เขาได้ยืนแล้วอ่ะเขาไม่เคยเห็นทุกคนตัวเล็กๆพวกนี้เลยอ่ะจริงๆนะถ้าเรามองดีๆอ่ะอย่างน้อยอ่ะถ้าได้ขึ้นไปอยู่ในจุดที่เธอได้แล้วอ่ะให้ลองกลับมามองคนตัวเล็กๆพวกนี้ดู
And what SMEs want is access to funding to help start or grow their business. But many also want more than just handouts. Thanatchanok Asawa Mukakun hopes the next government will help business owners like her level up with training programs.
Sometimes I feel left behind because lots of company or lots of country that have been just like improving, but for us stay still, and I would love the governments to give us some support to live.
SMEs in Thailand account for some 35% of the economy and has 70% of the workforce. Boosting growth will be a key priority for the next government if the country wants to achieve more than the 3.7% economic growth forecast by the World Bank next year. Political parties have been pitching business initiatives like debt moratoriums, one-stop service centers to help SMEs, and raising the minimum wage.
Eventually, it's not about what these political parties can promise, but it's about what they can ultimately deliver. And for small businesses like these, they've come to learn that they would rather not depend on the government, but that they would be better off relying on themselves.
Parties such as the opposition Pheu Thai have been reaching out to business chambers to seek their views.
For the private sector, we think that it's very important to look for the long term as well, because when you have a spending, but how you can get the revenue for the country, and that is make the Thailand, to be sustainable in the future. Mostly, they have only policy, they have only measure, but for action, it did not deliver. This is what we concern. So we want to stress that any ruling party, come, or even the government, I think what they promise, there must be a way to deliver what they promise.
But making good on campaign promises will be a challenge, with the proposals needing significant budgets.
There are actually two big parties that will probably need around an additional 2 trillion baht per year, and that's on top of the 3 trillion baht budget that we have each year. So you can imagine that's a lot of extra money that will have to be poured into the economy in order to implement the policies. Secondly, it has to do with the laws and the regulations here as well. Some of the policies that are being proposed will need many laws to be amended as well, and that is not easy, especially when we expect a coalition government to be in place.
So SMEs could be kept waiting in line for business-friendly proposals to be implemented after polling day. Wong, CNA, Bangkok.